Laura Carno from I Am Created Equal is here. How are you, Laura?
Hi, great to be here. Thanks.
It's kind of amazing, isn't it?
It's really incredible. It was slightly overwhelming when I first walked in here this morning. Oh my gosh, it's huge.
Yeah, it is huge. Like, I mean, if you've been to gun shows and even if you've been to like the Tulsa Wanamaker Arms Show, I mean, that's a huge show. But this is just, I don't know, it's just different. It's just got that unique vibe. Like I said, it's a big family reunion, you know?
Yeah, people have gone to extraordinary lengths to get here. I mean, you go to the airport yesterday and there's all kinds of people with their NRA things on. They've flown in for this meeting. So.
Yeah. I've met guys from England. I've met people from Denmark here. I mean, really not just around the country, but all over the world. So what made you decide? I mean, you got involved in the gun control fight, I guess, or the fight against gun control in Colorado when your lawmakers decided that they were going to go after law-abiding gun owners and blame them for the actions of madmen and criminals.
Right. And Colorado, I mean, it's the Wild West. We used to think it was a free state, and all of a sudden we've got a Democrat legislature and a Democrat governor, and all of a sudden everything is just not just guns, but gosh, taxes and regulations and everything. And so it jumped into the fray when Mayor Bloomberg started spending his money in our state. And they talk about the NRA being this huge behemoth, and it's like the NRA is 5 million people like me. Bloomberg is one guy, Bloomberg. And so if they want to say that the NRA is some big organization, it's not. It's us. And Bloomberg's a billionaire, and we weren't going to stand for it.
Well, that's the thing, the gun control advocates, I know that they've been saying the NRA doesn't represent members anymore. The NRA only represents the industry. If that were the case, there wouldn't be so many people here today. Now, it's true there are a lot of people who work in the firearms industry who are NRA members. But that's because they're standing up for their rights, too.
Right, exactly. And their customers' rights.
Yeah.
Because they believe that I have the right to defend myself. And I can't do that without being able to go somewhere and buy a gun.
So I'm curious, we've seen in New York, Governor Cuomo's poll numbers have dropped since the passage of the New York SAFE Act. There's been a lot of problems with implementation. You all haven't had to really deal with implementation yet of these new draconian gun control laws, but has the issue died down at all in Colorado, or are gun owners, are they still ticked off?
Gun owners are still ticked off, and there are a couple of things going on. There are lawsuits that have been filed, in the process of being filed. Sheriffs have joined these. There have been county commissions who have said, "Thou shalt not." I don't care what you've done in Denver.
Right.
We're not going to do that in my county.
You've had county sheriffs say this, too.
We've had county sheriffs say that they won't enforce. And then there are 2 recalls going on in Colorado. One is State Senate President John Morse, and he's in my county. I, a couple of days ago, joined the recall fight. I Am Created Equal, putting some resources into the recall fight. On the north side of Denver is Senator Evie Hudak. And you've covered her on your show.
Oh, yes.
She was the one who told Amanda Collins that even if she had had her firearm during a rape, that the statistics would have been against her.
Yeah, chances are that gun would not have been able to help you anyway, Amanda. Pat.
Yes. And Amanda's beautiful reply was, "With respect, Senator, you weren't there." So, yeah, people are still ticked in this. Since I've gotten a little bit involved with the recall effort, people are working nights and weekends to take out Senator John Morse.
Was this, were you an activist before this fight started? Because I'll be honest with you, like I had not heard of you until I heard of I Am Created Equal and your radio campaign. So were you an activist, or was this sort of your moment where you decided, I have to do more?
For 25 years, I was a banker with a briefcase and frequent flyer miles. And in 2008, sort of tripped and fell into politics and ran some campaigns and worked on a talk radio show for 3 years and did some other random strategist sort of things. And last year, I just became sort of disillusioned with how both sides were communicating to sort of the middle, to women, and to people who just aren't interested in politics. And when we in conservative politics or Second Amendment world talk to one another, we have a code that we use. We say things like Second Amendment and tyranny. But there are so many people who don't like politics, but what they do understand about firearms is, don't you dare tell me, Mr. Politician, how I should best defend myself. So there's just a language that I think I've sort of happened into that's really helpful in bringing, I hate to say to our side, because there kind of are no sides on this. There's this vast middle that really agrees with us in the Second Amendment community.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. And, again, I don't think we're ever going to see a world. I don't know if I'd ever want a world where everybody agreed with me 100% of the time. That would be kind of boring. And I certainly, we're going to have a country in which there are going to be people who believe in gun control. That's fine. That's their belief. They don't have to own a gun. They don't have to use a gun in self-defense. But here's the thing. I have made my conscious decision based on years of research, and my opinion and my belief is that no, I do want to exercise my right to keep and bear arms. So you go and you don't own a gun, and that's fine. And I will own a gun, and that's fine. And again, everybody should be happy there, right? That should be that middle ground. I don't tell you how to live your life. You don't tell me how to live my life, how to defend myself. You want to use a baseball bat, a spoon, whatever. But I get to use my gun because that's my right. Hey, Laura, unfortunately, we're out of time. But thank you so much. It was great seeing you. And you're going to stick around a little bit tomorrow as well, right?
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, enjoy the show.
Yes, thank you. I will.